Welcome back to the It's Really Not That Deep podcast.
It's never that deep.
In the past couple of years, I've kind of found myself seeing myself and being like, what is going on? Who is that? Because, like, I'm not used to that girl. And in a lot of good ways, because I feel like I've done a lot of work to be the person that I am. But it's just so weird how much changes between, like, teens to now.
Even from, like, now to, like, 6 months ago.
Honestly. It feels like every couple months, there's just, like, a massive shift in my perspective and me. Like, it's just... can't keep up.
But it's good.
It is good. It is good. But I think one really hard thing about it is, like, you outgrow situations. And although that is good, because, like, you are up-leveling, of course, not everything can come with. It's hard to deal with those. It's hard to remove people or things from your life. Not even remove, but, like, alter relationships.
Mm-hmm. I do think it's nice, on the other hand, though, that as much as, like, you do remove people, I find that with versions, we could say, of ourselves, like, we could almost bring people back. Like, maybe they didn't fit for a little bit, but, like, in this new version, they can again.
And, like, they've also evolved so much, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is really nice to reconnect. Mm-hmm. I love a reconnect.
And last night, we were with our camp friends, just, like, the girls, and we've been friends for, like, 12 plus years, and it was so nice just, like, being, like...
us.
Yeah.
We were such a, like... solid unit.
Yeah.
And it's nice, like, that doesn't exist anymore, but it's nice to get glimpses of it and, like, feel it again, and I think we all did.
Yeah. I think it was a really nice night.
Really special. So this makes me think of, like, when does this end? Because obviously we always keep evolving, but, like, 20s is at a rapid rate.
And I think that's, like, what it is.
Yeah. Like, just, notoriously. But I feel like we started early, so are we going to get to end early?
Probably not.
No, I don't even know why I'm saying get to. Like, it's not... I kind of like it.
Yeah, it's not that deep.
Yeah.
It's deep in a different way.
I just, like, can't wait to be an even better version of myself. Are you kidding me?
There's, like, this part of me that I'm, like... I haven't changed.
Yeah.
Like, I think I'm very the same to my core.
Yeah.
But obviously my, like... situations change you.
Yeah.
And I think maybe I did go through a big change, but just not recently.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair.
Mm-hmm.
Situations do really change you. It takes you, like, being in a hard place and navigating that to be like, oh, now this is who I am.
Yeah.
So cool.
It is.
So one thing I really like is you can't heal in the same place that hurt you. And I like to think of that in terms of, like, mindset. Because environment, like, especially now with the stage we're at, we can't really change. Like, we're living at home. That's that. But you have to outgrow the mindset of the person you used to be and the shit you used to do.
But how do you outgrow that without changing the things around you?
Because, like, I do think it is a mindset shift, and I think most things are internal.
But how do you even know that, like, there's something to shift?
I think you feel it. Like, I feel it. I've gotten very in touch with my body and, like, my thoughts. So if something's off, I know.
Do you think that it took your breakup to do that?
I think I had it in me for a long time, but I think I trust myself a lot more now.
But did it take, like, I think you had it in you too. I think this is, like, who you are. But I feel like it took that to get to this next part.
Yeah, like, I thought if I ever went through that breakup, like, I would not be okay. And so to, like, totally, like, you know, it sucks, but to be okay, I'm like, yeah, you're fucking strong. Like, I trust you completely. And that, it took that situation to prove that to myself, which is very cool.
It is very cool, and I'm not, like, minimizing, like, you going through that at all, but I just don't think that I feel like something has to happen for you to shift.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. I totally agree. But that something can be anything.
Yeah, of course. Doesn't need to be a breakup.
Yeah, no, but that can be you, like, literally just realizing something one day and being like, fuck, like, wow. And then you kind of have a moment, like an awakening almost.
In, like, crazy ways, I feel like I kind of just lost the word I was going to say, but, like, endings are new beginnings, and I do think that something needs to kind of happen to shift that, not even your mindset, but, like, make your, like, a flip switch.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's very hard to do without that, like, transformative thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, good thing there's so many transformative things in life.
Especially in your 20s.
Yeah. So, something about me still, and I'm constantly fighting it, is, like, the fear to be completely myself. And I feel like I have to morph into a situation and how I think I should act. And I still struggle with that a lot. But it's cool to catch myself in those moments and, like, coach myself through it.
Mm-hmm. Do you find yourself in moments where you feel nervous to, like, do you catch yourself being like, I feel like I'm holding back?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think it happens, like, most of the time when you're with people, or just, like, once in a while?
Not most of the time, but enough that
Mm-hmm.
it's bothersome. And I think, you know, like, I am 22. I may not have the strongest sense of self and identity. And I think as I figure that out, I'm able to act more aligned and true to myself because I know myself.
Yeah, the more you learn about yourself, the more you're going to be able to express that.
Yeah. So it takes a lot. It doesn't come quick.
Yeah. Do you have, like, a certain, like, not example, but, like, a certain part of yourself that you feel nervous to share?
I think it's more so around certain people.
Yeah.
And I think it's just a fear of rejection. Even just, like, in group settings, like, I don't know how much to gossip. Like, I don't know, like, how to, I don't know.
Yeah. When you are in, like, a group setting and if things are going, like, well and, like, you're with our friends, for example, it almost takes you noticing that you're upset with, like, that you're holding yourself back to even realize, I guess, what it is.
Yeah. Acknowledgement's the first step. It was so cute. I had a couple moments last night, and I was just like, this is so sweet.
Yeah, she went with our friend into the bathroom for, like, half an hour, and then the other three of us were like, they're definitely having a heart-to-heart.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Well, we were just having a very spiritual chat, which is, like, my favorite topic of conversation.
I know, we're both, like, we both knew you both were on the same wavelength.
Yeah.
They're like, we're not seeing them for a while.
I texted her the other day because I kept seeing 444, and that's, like, her thing. It literally is. And so I was like, I can't stop seeing this, and I'm just like, she's like, me too! That's an automatic bond.
The spirits are in your alignment.
Yeah, we're on the same wavelength.
Yeah, which is crazy because a little bit ago, like, you weren't besties.
Yeah.
And to, like, people, like, situations and changes bring you back to people.
Yeah.
And, like, I think that so much, even in our friend group over the years, like, with all the dynamics, like, each person kind of shifts in terms of, like, who they're close with, whatever. And it's usually from, like, I guess your version of yourself at the time.
Yeah, and that's why I'm like, just enjoy the present moment, because you don't know what the next thing is going to be, and life changes real quick. So enjoy the moment.
Do you believe in fate?
Like, do I believe everything happens for a reason?
Yeah.
Yes. Not a confident yes, but I like to think yes, because it helps me get through things.
Do you think, like, you're supposed to, like, do you think all your decisions are made for you?
No.
So how does fate exist without that?
I think that there are significant things that your soul needs to experience in this lifetime. And I think that how those things come about, there are infinite ways of that happening. Do you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And so I just think, like, your lesson, like, I think you're here to learn a lesson, and I think that is destined, and I think the lessons to teach you that are in place, and you'll get there.
And do you think everyone's lesson is different or the same?
Like, no, I don't think there's 8 million different lessons, but I think, yeah, like, it's just, yeah.
Do you believe in, like, soulmates?
I don't know, do you?
I don't know why. Me and my mom had a long talk about this the other day, because she asked me if I think everything happens for a reason, and I was kind of saying yes, but I think we have so many paths, and our decisions guide which path we're going on, but I think those paths are sort of set, if that makes any sense.
That's kind of what I'm getting at, just different wording.
Because she was saying, like, she met my dad at a party, like, a bit before they met, and there was, like, 10 people at this, like, house. Like, it was an intimate gathering, and they didn't actually meet that night.
Wow.
But, like, they should have met.
Yeah.
Then, like, they met months later at, like, a bar with, like, 150 people, and, like, then they were together since then. But isn't that crazy that, like, were they just not meant to meet then?
Well, there's that whole invisible string theory, which I don't know exactly what it is, but it's just like they're tied to your life always, but then they come in at the right time. So I guess that's a nice way to think. Like, whether that's true or not, why not believe in that?
Yeah. Crazy. Do you think that most people know that who they're gonna marry by now?
So I asked someone this the other day. I said, what percentage of relationships right now do you think are going to get married?
I don't even know about relationships, but, like, random people in general.
Our age?
Yeah, or just, like, people you know. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, like, know the person.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. I thought you meant, like, do they know who they're going to marry? Like, the individual.
Oh. I think, obviously more than a few years ago, but, like, I think a lot is not... We're only 22.
I know.
I think a lot is not set in stone.
Of course. But anyway, how many relationships do you think will get married?
Of the people we know?
Yeah, I said 40%.
40? Yeah. Wow. I feel like that's high.
It is high. Because,
like, not to, like, sound bad, but I feel like some I, like, know are doomed for failure, of course. I guess I'm going to say 30.
But a lot of people settle.
That's true, but I think we're literally 22. And nowadays, people are getting married later and later.
True. Okay. 30 is good.
How many percentage of people do you think marry their high school sweethearts?
Like 4?
Yeah.
What was your original question, though?
About fate?
No.
Oh, if you know the person?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think a lot of us do. Or know of. I don't know how I feel about that.
I feel like things will surprise you.
Yeah. It never works out the way you think it will.
Never.
So
and again, like, we're literally 22. Like, who the fuck knows what's going to happen? I wish I could
be more like a man sometimes, and that they don't think.
I know they don't think at all. It's really crazy.
Like, for every 100 thoughts I have, they might have 3.
It's the same, like, when a guy and a girl, when a guy and a guy are hanging out, they face forward, because they're always, like, looking at a TV or something. They're not just talking. Like, two guys don't just, like, sit and have a deep conversation. But girls, whenever they're together, they're always sitting face to face.
Which is why I love Tom Sandoval. He breaks all boundaries.
What season are you on? What's going on? Can you give us all a little update?
Yeah, okay.
We're talking about Vanderpump Rules.
Which I'm watching for the first time. Iconic. So Jax and Brittany are together.
Okay.
And Lala's in. James?
Give your opinion,
James
1 to 10. Diabolical. But do you like him?
Depends on the minute.
Okay.
Literally depends on the minute.
Fair enough. What's he up to? Does he have a girlfriend?
He's like la-di-da with Lala.
Okay.
Katie and Schwartz are a mess. A mess.
Every season they're like up and down. Depends.
And I know that they don't end up together because I saw him on Summer House. Yeah, shame. Speaking of, I don't even want to share the news.
Paige. Did you know?
Well, you told me.
Oh, that's how you found out? Oh, shame.
No, it's fine. That was a nice way to find out.
Okay, I'm glad.
She'll be missed by me.
Paige just so... How do you even say your last name?
Just Sorbo.
Is not going back on Summer House.
Yeah, I might not watch.
And I was just thinking, as if I was ever going to actually watch it. Like, now, is there even a point?
Yes. Because you see just how iconic her personality is. It's amazing. Yeah. Do you think you're going to marry someone you know?
I have no idea. Okay. Not a clue.
Good. Fair answer.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll look back on my past relationships and I wonder, like, not I wonder because I know that there were so many red flags, but I'm like, how much of this did I outgrow and, like, amicably leave behind, and how much of it was just a mess? I know.
It's got to be both.
It's got to be both, but I've had a lot of messes.
Yeah, because the messes were there, but
Yeah.
clearly you had to grow to realize that.
Oh, yes.
Because, yeah, there were
But,
definitely
like,
messes.
it didn't just fizzle out. Like,
You also, like, dealt with the best of the mess of the mess.
the more I heal, the more I'm like...
And now can you just imagine, like, being me?
I can.
Like,
I can.
seeing you, I just want to squeeze you.
I know. It's
like,
sad.
honey.
But you know what? Look at me now.
You live and you learn.
And I wouldn't be here if I didn't.
And you learned and you grew and you're great.
Exactly. Okay. So,
with that being said, as we've grown and we've matured and we've learned new versions of ourselves, and as Joelle said, like, we've definitely gone through the ringer with messes, but just kind of, like, allowed it because we were young and dumb. So we're going to play a little bit of a game. And in this game, it's going to be, did I outgrow this, or was it just a red flag?
all right. So the first one is the situationship you held on to because they have potential.
I fear I'm going to do this again.
Care to expand?
Like, I think it's easy in hindsight to say, like, yeah, it was a red flag and whatever, but I feel like I don't know, maybe I'm, like, trying to mature and grow, and in relationships I'll take some of that with me in terms of boundaries.
Yeah.
But I do think...
When you're in love, you want to push through.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. It's hard.
Yeah. And you?
I've definitely done that. Yeah. You gotta weigh your options. Like, what? I mean, like, do you want to break up or do you want to, like, work with the potential?
Yeah, but sometimes, like, you don't even really think about the breakup. Like, potential is really, like...
I mean, if they're that good, then obviously, I don't know. I'm over it. Convincing yourself we don't need labels because you said so. That's crazy.
That's a red flag.
That's so crazy. I would run the other way.
Yeah, and if you don't know what the 3-month rule is, you gotta listen to this. If you don't know, he has 3 months. You have 3 months too. And if in 3 months it hasn't gone anywhere from the first week, it's never going anywhere, girl.
Yeah, and 3 months is a really good time to get to know someone and a perfect time to leave someone.
Can't even say anything else to that. You covered it.
But if anyone ever tells you you don't need a label, they're the town whore.
Except if you want a label. If you don't want a label, beat the town whore.
Yeah. Oh my god, yeah. That was a derogatory term. I take it back.
A whore's a whore. I'm a whore. But if you want a label and you're just saying no because he doesn't want it, set a boundary with yourself.
Oh my god, so this one is thinking you had a healing breakthrough because you cried in the shower. I just want to talk about my shower ritual, the new shower ritual.
Okay.
It's crazy. You guys know I'm in my spiritual era, so, like, we are getting serious around here. I set an intention before I get in the shower of something I want to cleanse, okay? I turn off all the lights, I light a candle, so, like, the vibes are going. And then in the shower, I'm literally thinking of myself cleansing. I'm thinking of the person I want to be, every situation I've ever had in my life. Keep in mind, I'm a quick shower, so these thoughts are racing. And then when I step out of the shower, I'm in my new timeline. I'm that version of myself now. Clean and pure.
You embody a crystal girl, but you don't have the passion for crystals.
These are all my crystals, thank you very much.
I know.
They just got ripped from my room.
But you seem like someone that would, like, be like a diehard crystal girl.
Well, yes, I do. But I'm a diehard tarot girl. I feel like you can't check all the boxes. Not me. I live a balanced lifestyle. But I'm down for crystals. Maybe down the line.
Maybe you just need to get on crystal talk.
Probably.
Well, that sounds like quite the ritual you've got going.
Yeah.
Is it working for you?
Yes. I love it, and I love a good ritual. Part of, like, going through my 20s is the excitement is developing rituals. Are you kidding? That's so fun.
this whole time you said that, I thought, wow, I probably think about, like...
Your shower thoughts.
Like, these stupid questions I read are probably come up in the shower. I don't think I've ever had that smart of a thought in the shower before. My other question, sorry to, like, totally derail. What about when you have to shave? Do you still light a candle and turn the lights off?
So it's always a struggle because I always forget, and then like legs I can figure out. You know, but the intricacies.
You're a Tita Luta.
Yeah, it gets difficult, and I think I've like
mastered.
Yeah, but
because you're also a careful gal.
I am a careful gal. Shaving is not like I don't get that annoyed by it.
Yeah.
So it's like still peaceful. It's just like another me taking care of myself moment, and I think about how good my legs are gonna feel in my pants. And
so no, like me, which is very off-brand, I love to shave. Like I shave every time I'm in the shower. I love feeling like having my legs smooth is great, but it's more the sense like are your lights off? Like, do you ever just like miss a spot?
Yes.
Like,
yes. I don't care about much.
Yeah. Okay. Fine.
Get there next time.
See, like, even when you're saying that, I couldn't have, like, a smart thought. My thought immediately went to, I wonder what she does when she shaves.
I mean, valid thought.
How do you get through your whole shower routine and have that many thoughts in such a short amount of time?
I'm an efficient girl.
Because I take a really long shower.
Yeah.
Because I have so much to do in the shower, I feel. So how do you have time for both segments?
It's overlapping. I do them at the same time. I'm like massaging my head and I'm like massaging my face. Oh, it's a stunning experience.
I think when I have thoughts in the shower, I almost just like stand there and I can't do the shower part.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Maybe that's why I don't think in the shower.
That is the opposite of multitasking to its core.
Thank you very much.
Unitasking.
That is unitasking.
Okay, the next one is romanticizing isolation because I'm protecting my peace. I fear I've done that.
I fear it's a red flag.
Yeah. It's not great.
I don't think so either.
Yeah.
And how do you think that's changed? Like, why do you think that you've realized that?
Well, I think, like, it was valuable in the time.
Yeah.
And I think, like, it's okay for periods. But it's just, like, it's closed off. You're closing yourself off. And that really only hurts you.
Yeah, you're almost, like, self-sabotaging.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's kind of called an avoidant attachment style.
But at the same time, like, in the same breath, I do romanticize isolation because I'm protecting my peace. So, just in a more healthy way.
I think differently.
Yeah, like, I just love to be by myself and, like...
Yeah, but peaceful. I don't think being by yourself is the same as isolation.
True. Good point.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bad word.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the extreme.
Okay, the next one is changing your hair after every breakup. Reinvention or crisis? Both. Double whammy.
You heal with spirituality, I heal with a new hair color.
Yeah. You need to step into the next version of yourself, and she has a different hair color.
Yeah. And it does make you feel better. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, immediately when you, like, go through something, especially a breakup, you're like, I need to make every part of my outer, like, better. You want to look so much better. So, Sometimes that means changing your hair.
Sometimes you just need, like, not even a fresh start, more just, like...
A rebrand.
Yeah, a rebrand.
Yeah, as you should.
Like, you just want to be different.
Thinking good vibes only meant suppressing your feelings. Not in this house. I feel very deeply. That's good and bad. So, no toxic positivity over here. Why are you sitting there like you're going to explode?
I think this is exactly what I do.
But you think this is what you do?
Yeah.
How?
I don't think, like, thinking good vibes only means suppressing your feelings.
Yeah.
But to me, I think I'm good vibes only because I'm suppressing my feelings.
Yeah. That's true. Like, people pleasing, like, turning off.
I think more, like, for me, rather than people pleasing, I think I suppress it for myself.
Okay. Interesting.
Like, the same how, like, I think things aren't deep.
Yeah.
To, like, suppress that emotion.
But we've said it has to be that deep for a little bit.
I know so this is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, everything's good vibes. Like,
Yeah. It takes a lot.
Yeah.
You'll get there. If you want to.
Yeah.
And also, you don't, like... Yeah, whatever.
Whatever.
Oh my god, the one friend you trauma bonded with and then couldn't escape.
Is this a play about me? So, do you have a friend that you trauma bonded with and then couldn't escape?
Not trauma bonded, but I feel like, you know, you bond with a person, like, sometimes even just at a bar or a club, and then they, like, actually think you're besties, and I'm just there for the vibes.
Yeah, and you are good at creating besties that stick.
Yeah.
Like at a bar or something?
Yeah. I love people. I really do. Feeling drained after every hangout, but saying they're my people.
Oh, God. Couldn't be
new
me.
friends.
That's a red flag.
Yeah.
Hopefully you'll outgrow that, but I fear you won't.
Shame.
Yeah.
I think gossiping equals bonding. Kind of do.
Right? It totally does, and I think I'll stand by that till the day.
I don't want to be mean on people for no reason. I feel like most people don't at this point.
I don't want to be mean to your face, but I think that you could have a few different people in your life that you could say anything to, and sometimes you gotta be bitch.
Yeah.
Like, I say a lot of things to you that probably are not the nicest.
Yeah, like you wouldn't say it out to other people.
Yeah, I'm not
for
gonna
a
say
reason.
it to... Yeah.
Yeah.
But gossiping sometimes is just like, it's... Honestly, it's a part of being a woman.
It's a therapeutic release.
Yeah.
And it is a bonding experience.
Right?
The minute you find out you guys hate the same person,
yes,
that's a bonding experience.
Gossiping leads to friendship, guys.
Yeah.
Keep gossiping.
And it also gets rid of the people that, like, aren't meant for you. Because they're, like, judging you for gossiping, which is whatever, do your thing.
No, like,
not
that's
near me.
not for me. Like, if someone is going to judge me for gossiping, good for you. You don't get to hear my gossip now.
Okay, being the therapist friend and low-key resenting it.
I think this is something you have to outgrow.
Being the therapist friend?
No, resenting it.
Yeah.
Or, like, knowing where to set the boundary to be able to know when to stop.
Yeah. Also, like, make sure you're getting something from the friendship, too.
Yeah.
And if you're not, that is a deeper issue.
Yeah, like, that kind of goes along, I think.
Yeah. Ooh, reacting to everything immediately instead of pausing and reflecting. I used to act out a lot of emotion. Now I really try not to.
Any example?
Like, when I used to break up with the boyfriend over and over again and then just, like, go back into it, like, that was fully based on emotion. I took no time to reflect and, like, acknowledge anything. And I was just like, oh, but he's sad and I'm sad and, like, yeah. Live and learn.
Yeah. A little tidbit of my theory. I think those who react with emotion, not always, because of course we all react with emotion, but I think those are the people that don't have an inner monologue.
That makes a lot of sense. I'm dying to know who has an inner monologue. Like, I'm dying to know what percentage of people have an inner monologue.
I don't think it's more than half.
I don't think it's... Oh, that's so crazy.
Right?
We need to make a poll or something. We need to find out who of our friends has an inner dialogue, because that says a lot.
I'm going to put it on our Instagram story right after we film this.
Go vote.
Yeah.
I think, like, Mel Robbins or somebody said, like, take 5 seconds before responding at the very least. Like, just regulate your body.
And I think people with inner monologues people without aren't able to do that. Because we are able to say, like, if I'm annoyed with you and I'm standing at you and you're talking to me, I could be like, oh, shut the fuck up in my head. And no one has to know. But they can't do that. So immediately what they're thinking comes out.
So they must be much
That's why they're very reactive. No.
Another thing, I was talking about this with some of my friends today, and like I feel it all the time, is imposter syndrome. Because we're like the grade nines of the world. Like we're old, but like we're the youngest people in the workforce and in the city that aren't students. And like there's so much pressure on us. Everyone feels the pressure. And who even are you? And so, of course, you're going to have imposter syndrome because you're like, I don't even know who I am internally, let alone who I am in the context of this workplace and my friend group. Like, what the hell? What the hell?
What the hell, Yampe? I just did a discussion post in this for school, and my professor had talked about it, like imposter syndrome. And it almost really takes stepping out of your bubble. Like, for me, it took moving away to kind of realize that I had all this, like, in me.
Yeah.
Because everyone has, like, I don't think there's anyone that doesn't have imposter syndrome.
No. And I think like the only way to overcome this is to fight it. Like when you feel that, be like, well, why? Like, is this something I want? If it is, why don't you think you can be it? Like, what is that limiting belief? Getting to the bottom of that and then overcoming it slowly. And like therapy would be great for that, but ways to also do that is like faking it till you make it and just like showing up and proving to yourself that you can do this thing and you can be this person.
Yeah, I think I really, like, I heard one time someone say, like, always apply for jobs you're not qualified for because you never know.
Yeah.
And that's like kind of the mindset that I feel like you have to go through with everything.
Yeah. And a really good tip for this and just like anything in your life that you're trying to change is make an evidence list. Like if you're trying to attract like abundance, make a list of every time you feel abundant and see it, and then you'll realize like, oh, this actually happens in my life. And again, you're just aligned with that because that's what's coming to you, and what you focus on expands. So don't focus on the fact that maybe you're not good enough and all that stuff. So, Haley, I need your help with this, but identity versus role confusion, what stage is that? Is that adolescence? You don't know. Okay, well, I think it is. In which case, it is normal that you don't have your identity figured out. And if you're having an identity crisis right now, or next week, or next year, you're probably doing something right. You're supposed to be discovering yourself right now. You're supposed to be having these weird, transformative moments. 20s is weird. 20s is storm and stress. Go easy on yourself.
And just remember, everyone's living the same life. Everyone's going to go through these same things. Embarrass yourself. Live your best life. Have fun.
Also, if you've stuck around this long, make sure you go vote on whether you have an inner dialogue or not, because I need to know. Thanks, guys. Love you.
Love you.